they've seen product managers somewhere, and also mid-level product managers that have some specific topic that they would like to just refresh their head about, or just get insight to some of those topics. So that's why we started this. So this is still new, right? That's this fireside chat is still quite new, and we'll see how we can, over the coming months, how we can actually grow this to be very to maybe a podcast or something very much accessible for product enthusiasts or product managers that want to learn about specific programs. But every session we put it on YouTube, and it's not paid, it's free and accessible by anybody on YouTube there. So so we'll do that catalog, and would see how we can bring it to every product manager or product enthusiast in every community. So we are also looking at expanding, but our focus right now is Africa, Nigeria. Then once we see that we've done a little bit of we have saturated enough around Nigeria, and we have most product enthusiasts in our community, or product managers in our community, then we'll start expanding to other major cities in Africa, then also other countries. So nice to have you.
Actually, it's a good idea to bring in product managers from different places, different regions. I mean, it brings a fresh perspective for each one of us, basically. Different industries.
Yeah.
And how is the product management, how do I say, the interest in that region? More products are coming up.
Okay, the interest of product enthusiasts in product management, right?
Yeah.
From our research, or from what we've actually done, we noticed that most persons here really have a very low knowledge about the no-code roles in tech, more like product management, product design, product marketing managers. They really don't understand that exist. What they think about is, if I want to go into tech, I have to be technical, right? I have to know how to code. I have to so
at least understand basically. I mean, understand the technicalities basically.
At least understand technical basics. So the acceptance rate has been high, because now they understand that, oh, I really don't need to deeply know those things, but I need to understand how it is, right? And I need to know the basics, as you said, and I can actually hone my soft skills, right? And dive into product management and learn quite a lot. So for enthusiasts that are probably poor in maths, or poor in the core areas of computer science, and have strength areas in soft skills, managing people, and all those strong areas, to product management core strengths. They now find it easy to just go into product management and say, okay, there's an opportunity for me here. So it's not really necessarily I have to force myself to code, right? So most times when I also come across this product enthusiast, I try to understand if they are not sure. I run more like a psychometric test to try to understand your strength areas, right? If I see that you have your strength area is design, I just advise you, what, go for product design. So first question I ask you is that, what do you think is your strength area? Are you good at maths? Do you understand what do you like doing? What do you love doing? Do you like managing people? Do you, from their response, then I advise them, oh, just go into coding. You're good in maths, you're good in solving problems, deeply solving problems, then just go for coding. If you're also good at solving problems, but you're also good at managing people, you also have your soft skills are solid, right? Okay, you can build a career in product management. Oh, if you love designs, you love building sketch, you love picturing things, ideas in your head, you like bringing it out, to sketch it out, to say it's going to flow through. You like understanding how people interact with interfaces and stuff like that. Go for product design. So I just try to understand, what their core strength areas is. Then I, advise them. But eventually, if you're going to go into product management, we then try to onboard you into the ProBar community, and watch as you grow and interact with other senior product managers in the community there, and see how you grow over time. So yeah, so that's majorly how we do that at our end.
That's great. Actually, yeah. So that is what I would also think of basically, rather than coming directly to product management, I think some people should be in some of these, one of these areas at least, engineering or design
Yeah.
or marketing, so that they get to understand the nuances of that particular thing in that product space, and then slowly they can develop to product management.
Exactly. So we're also still looking at expanding to other product roles like product marketing management, product design. But for now, because my strength area is product management, I'm a product manager myself. So we're just keeping it at this. Although I have a partner that I'm currently working with, so we could start the engineering side of things, where we can start training um, engineering enthusiasts too in basic coding skills and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
that's still we're still planning a lot of that. I want to ensure that for the product management arm, we have things solid enough and tighten up, and the process
Yeah.
is all good hand to hand before we start any other track. Yeah. So welcome, Harry. So would love to learn from you. You're a senior PM in the and you've built a product that is widely globally used, right? And yeah, we can't just wait to hear what you have to say about your advices. Learn from you, from your experience over the years and building a global product that is globally used. I currently use Zoho for one of my other products, so
Okay.
I really enjoy it, and the way you guys have married or the ecosystem, Zoho ecosystems is awesome, and yeah, so we really want to learn from how your experience from building such a wonderful and global product.
Yeah, so as I said, I transitioned to product management from engineering, basically developing products, and then during engineering itself, learned how to do product management to an extent, and then started my own product. That is how I transitioned. So it was a 0 to 1 launch for me, basically, and then after launch, scaling it up, getting customers, marketing, getting involved in marketing or all the other stuff, basically. So I have learned quite a bit during all these years. That is why I've done. It's more of an organic process for me.
Yeah, nice.
Right.
Muhyideen, over to you.
Have you started recording?
Yep, yep.
Yes,
Oh, nice.
you're on.
Okay.
Welcome, everyone.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody. This is the 12th episode of the Fireside Chats October here. Here we welcome Hari Shankar. Did I pronounce your name correctly? Okay.
Yeah, correct. That's fine.
I think lately I've been speaking to a lot of Indian people, so yeah, I think I'm getting better with pronouncing names.
Yeah.
I think my star. All right. So yeah, we dive into the world of product management and innovation. I'm the host for today. I'm Muhyideen. I'm a product manager at BFree and also a proud member of ProBar. Maybe I'm the first product evangelist here. So yeah. So today we have Hari Shankar to bring wealth of knowledge and experience to the table. I'm happy to have you here personally because I sort of like use product that you built before now, and it's actually amazing to actually meet the person behind the idea. All right, I've used Zoho in the past, and I currently still use Zoho. So yeah, I mean that's like a great product out there, right? I know it's not just in Africa; it's global, right? So yeah,
Global.
yeah. Thank you, and thank you for. I mean, it's an honor to also have you come do this with us at ProBar. We so much appreciate this.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a
before
pleasure for me as well. Yeah.
yeah, before we go into why we are here, you can just like help us with a little introduction about yourself. Maybe that very thing to motivate product enthusiasts to do more and be where you are today. I think if I just get to what you're going to do today, I'll just go and retire.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so I am Hari Shankar. I am currently a senior product manager at Zoho, and I have over 18 years, 19 years experience totally. So I launched a product in 2018 myself, and then have scaled it. So from engineering, I have transitioned into product. So that is my journey basically. So I have learned a lot of things while managing this product. Not just so when I started, it was more of an engineering oriented focus. Then it transitioned into marketing, how to bring in revenue and all of that. So yeah, so it has been a very great journey.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. I mean, from the outside, we know it's a great journey, all right? I mean, good thing that we are talking about product led growth here. Where you currently work and the product that you currently build is giving a perfect example for probably our discussions today. I mean, what would you term as product led growth? I mean, what is that thing that helps product after maybe less even an MVP that makes the product sell itself by itself?
So yeah,
Did you get that?
So the idea of product-led growth is that the product contributes to the growth of the growth basically. Basically, the traditionally sales was the main approach. Marketing is one approach as well. But then recent times, in the last 10 years, probably we are seeing the product as one of the growth levers. So I have a presentation that I can take you through on product-led growth. Shall I present it?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
So yeah, so we are going to talk about product-led growth, which means that it is an approach to acquire, activate, and retain customers, basically. So the product is involved in all the stages of growth, that is acquiring leads, activating them, and then retaining the customers. So traditionally, we have been having sales-led approach, basically. Larger companies like Oracle, they are sales-led, meaning they have a large sales force who approach customers, who approach leads, and then take them through different stages of the funnel and then try to convert them. And then it is a very high-touch thing, basically. They will have to have demos, calls, meetings, and the time to value will be larger because it takes time for people to understand the product, get demos from the people. It is a very human touch oriented approach, and it doesn't have any virality. So then marketing led approach is something wherein the marketing team does all the activities that aids for the growth. Mainly it is about spreading the word on the product, about the product. We know techniques like SEOs, SEM, and then analyst relationships, influencer marketing, and then press releases. So there are other approaches as well, social media, all of that is there. But then primarily it is the marketing team and the marketing activities that aid in the growth of the product. And then we have the product-led approach, wherein the product is available for the customer from the go. from the moment they land on our website, they can immediately start using the product. It is a very low touch approach. Not much of human interaction happens. And that is primarily because the product is built in such a way that it is easy for people to explore, understand its features, and then try it out right from the start, basically. So let's see the key techniques in product-led growth that aids in this. Okay, this is not something that is very prevalent, or that is not something associated with product-led growth, but I included it because it is part of the acquisition stage. Some of the products have the inherent quality that they can aid in generating content. Amazon or any marketplace is one example. As we add more products into the marketplace can generate pages that can aid in SEO. And then we can build a side tool in the sense, something, the main product is something that we monetize, but the side tool is something that we give it for free for people to get some value. Something like the broken link checker that every marketer needs, because they write content and then they forget one day that about the links that have broken. So this is one great tool that any of these SEO, SEM tools provide. And that is one way to bring in leads to their product. And then any plugin, a WordPress plugin, it can be a WordPress plugin, it can be a Chrome plugin, any kind of plugin that aids in people to try out. It's a very small tool, basically, that doesn't take much effort, but it helps in generating that brand awareness and getting that initial interest. The next thing after they reach the website is about acquiring them. And in the traditional approach, that doesn't happen, because the moment you try to sign up or something, they immediately provide you a form wherein you have to fill in your details, your email ID, and then someone else would be contacting you, and then it's a very high touch approach and it takes time. So in this particular product-led approach, you can directly sign up, can start using the product right away, and you don't need to pay upfront for anything. Basically, you get a free trial that is like 15 days, 30 days, depends on the product, it's up to you. And wherein you get all the features, you can try out all the features, you get to explore the product, you understand it in detail. And then the customer themselves can make up their mind whether they want to go further on the product. And also, most products these days have something called as the freemium tier, basically. Freemium, which includes the free tier as well as the premium paid plans. So these are all methods for reducing the friction, reducing that inertia, the initial inertia that customers or the leads have in trying out the product. And this is one thing. Once people sign up, they do the free trial, they sign up. You have to focus on giving that eureka moment early. You can't see, a product will have one core aspect and there may be other aspects as well. So you have to identify that core aspect in that product and then guide people to do that one thing really clearly in the initial stage. Because people, when they land to a product newly, they will tend to have that inertia. They have a lot of questions in their mind. Have I signed up for the right product? And all those such questions would be there. So the initial set of screens have to be really clear in setting the stage for them, in getting them that initial success in that product. Because once they get the initial success, that initial taste, they will be bound to do more. That initial impetus that they get is very important. And there are a lot of techniques in terms of that, but then UX is one important aspect in this. The other two approaches that products usually take, one is to have a gallery, a template gallery. People can you can see in a presentation software, in a document software, or you will have a lot of templates they reduce the friction for the users. People can just install one of the templates and they can get started easily. And by installing the templates, what they are actually doing is they are exploring the capabilities in really early. They really soon they will be able to do it. The other approach is to have an easy migration from other systems, from similar systems, similar competitors. Whatever possible you can give, you should be able to give it. So yeah, this is one metric that helps to reduce, helps you to optimize this particular initial journey into the product, the activation stage, which is the time to value. This has to be really less, and which means you will have to focus on the core capabilities, or what do you consider as the important value that the customer can take away from your product. For example, in the case of Slack, it is about chatting with users, which means adding the users should be the first step. MailChimp, it could be configuring the campaign, sending it to their test users. So a number of examples. So you don't focus on any other thing basically. And this is one another metric, which is the percentage of leads who have got the initial value. So you have some X number of leads, and out of that, a small percentage of that are going to be using the product and getting that initial value out of it. So this metric helps you to define that. So yeah, so once you have got this initial success with your customers, the next step is to help them explore other features. Obviously, when they have tasted success in one particular main thing, they are going to invest their time, effort into doing more in your product, which means you should expect that and then provide them visual cues, help them navigate your product easily, and then help them get to know the features better. So providing cues, and there would be gated features wherein you should have easy upgrade options. These are all reducing frictions basically in helping them become customers. So this is the conversion stage. So in terms of customers, or in terms of revenue and all, we have got a number of metrics. We have got the ARPU, which is the monthly recurring revenue divided by the number of customers, the total number of customers. MRR, because it averages out the normalizes basically the monthly and annual contracts. This is one important metric wherein you have to understand the churn. Obviously, customers are going to churn out of your product, but then what percentage are churning out? This is one indicator that helps you to understand whether your product or your user experience in general is helping you out or it is bleeding basically. So this is simple. You have the cancellation each month. You have the active customers. What percentage of them are going out? It has to be really less, kind of 2%, 3%. Even 1% is actually good. If you can keep it lesser, even lesser, that is great. And then the total value, that the average value basically any customer gives you as revenue over their entire period. So it also defines what the customer lifespan, how many months are they going to be in your product. It is kind of a forecasting thing as well, based on all the other metrics as well, churn and the ARPU, get this value. So yeah, so this is the main thing. Help your customers to self-serve. So what are the different ways in which you can do? The user experience is the primary one. It has to be easy, really easy. It has to be intuitive, navigable, discoverable. The features or and as well, the steps have to be laid out really well. There shouldn't be confusion. You give too many options, they are going to get confused. So that user experience is something that has to be fine-tuned. And then the help processes obviously have comprehensive, discoverable help processes. In your product itself, in each of the screens, wherever applicable, you can have links to your relevant help resource. You take them to that particular screen's help resource and tailor your engagements based on the activity, which means you have to telemetry, you have to track the users usage, and then based on their patterns, you can tailor your engagements with them. So yeah, so customizability is something. See, for example, any product for that matter, it's not will not be able to satisfy 100% of the use cases, which means you provide customizability to your product to the extent that is reasonable. Of course, at least reasonable. People should be able to customize your product according to their use case, according to their industry, whatever factors be. And they should also be able to extend it, basically, some sort of a low code, no code that can actually make the product as a platform. They can bring in their own logic at the right context, and then they can get value out of your product. So this is one aspect wherein you have the product, you have some customers, but then if you want to scale further, you need to create a thriving ecosystem. There should be partners, there should be integrations with other softwares, because no product can exist in a silo. So integration is one important aspect, wherein the product has to be interoperable with others applications. People should be able to create their own integrations. Contextual integrations should be provided. Partners should be there who can develop solutions for their customers. Through that, they are going to bring in more reach for your product. So yeah, this is one, that ecosystem is something that you have to build. That community is important. And for retention, this is one main aspect wherein you focus on the user pain points, either through feedback. You should have regular feedback from your customers, understand the kind of patterns you are seeing, the feedback that you are getting, negative feedback particularly. As well, track the product usage, see where people are ghosting, basically. People would be doing some of these steps really well, but then they would ghost out. So that is something you have to figure out by tracking each of the interactions, your users interaction in the product, and then analyze all of that, and then try to identify the pain points. Or if people are churning out, you will be seeing reduced usage even before they cancel. So yeah, you should have signals based on the usage or the reduction in usage, and then identify the pattern and then fix them, basically. So it usually is about fine-tuning newer features and then fixing the user experience, fine-tuning the user experience, reducing the number of steps, number of clicks, or make it more discoverable. People may lose that one button that they may not get it, or if there is some ambiguous choice, people may lose it. So that is fine. If you fine tune the UX, it will help you a lot. The other aspect of retention, or in terms of pain points, helping your users in pain points, is the customer success teams, wherein they can help the users. But then this should be a last resort, or you should optimize the other aspects and then have them, so that really only in those cases where it is not possible for the product itself to help your customers, you go into the customer success. Not that it is not that you don't want them to be there, but it is about optimizing things in a certain way. Yeah. So your customers have started using your product. They are activated. They are using some of the features. Now is the time to upsell, basically. Help them discover more features. Obviously, by themselves, they are going to, once they are happy with your product, they are going to try to use it even further. It is just that you have to make it easy for them to do this, upsell or upgrade to the higher plans. And once you know that, see, this is also about tracking the product usage. You can as well upsell them related products. A CRM, if it is a CRM product, you can try to upsell the campaigns and support. You can try to upsell them with some sort of a contact center application. So it depends on what kind of products you have. And then this is straightforward. Marketing teams, they regularly come up with deals, offers and rewards. You can give a small reward for helping them actually buy something more. Once they taste a particular feature with these rewards, they are bound to keep using it. So that is the idea behind this. The other one is the virality aspect. See what kind of virality your product can bring in. It could be some of the products like communication collaboration software. They have the inherent virality wherein they can help. They can enable customers to share it with other users. For example, when it comes to a collaboration, a single person is not going to be useful. The more users are needed. If it is a community software, if it is a social media software, you are going to invite more outside users. So that is that virality. So one person invites 10 people. 10 people out of that 10 people, they are going to probably, out of that 10, probably 5 are going to invite the other new users. So that is the virality. See, the send from my iPhone itself is kind of a virality aspect, because people are going to keep seeing iPhone again and again. They are going to know that this is some software. They are going bound to search for it. So yeah, so Slack is one good example for this. Even though Slack is a B2B communication intra-organization communication platform, during the earlier stages, they actually pivoted, or they created a community aspect of this as well, wherein they lent their platform for community use freely. So that helped gain more traction to that B2B software. So that is a great example. So the other examples would be a form, any form application, any free users, a Google form, any form application. You can see this, that at the bottom they'll have the brand. So that helps people to know that this particular form is being powered by the Zoho forms or Google forms. And if you come across sign requests, people who sign may not be using this the e-signature product, but then they have a chance to know that this particular request has come from this particular platform. So they are bound to understand the brand or get to know about the brand. And we can see this referrals basically. To customers, we refer, we help, we ask the users to refer. People who are happy or in general, they are going to refer it for some sort of a reward, small reward. But it's more about being advocate of the product. So yeah, so you should actually get your customers to speak about your product. That is by that is the word of mouth virality. So it all boils down to the experience that they have got from your product, the kind of benefits that they have got from your product, and every chance that they are going to talk about it. But then it is your duty as well to reach out to them to get them speaking, because obviously they have a number of other things to do. So as a product manager or as a product team, you should be reaching out to your successful customers. You should also be reaching out to the customers who have churned out, in order to understand why they have churned out. Of course, that is a different part of the game. That is the understanding the pain points as well. But then here, the idea is that you want them to write in communities. You want them to write in websites like G2 or the comparison websites, right? Or you get them to speak for, you create a video out of your the customer stories basically, or you get some nice testimonials and then put them in the right spots. So this is one formula that has been devised by HubSpot. It is about identifying the virality of the product. So yeah. So yeah, so it is a very short presentation, but then I have touched the important points, I hope. Yeah. So I'm opening this up basically.
Actually, this is in short. I mean, this is like a masterclass, honestly. We've just gotten to know everything that we need to understand on product-led growth and what's the metrics to track and what are the flow to put in place to have one, right? I mean, one of the key things that you said was on retention, right? Let's customers speak for you, right? Product evangelist, it's like one of those things that you cannot do away with. Even if the product is so good, if people do not talk about it in a good way,
exactly.
Yeah, you fall eventually, right? So whatever you do, make sure that customer are effortlessly satisfied and have a flow to make sure they become an evangelist by referrals and stuff like that. Thank you so much for this. I think we can open it up for questions now. Do we have anybody who wants to give question? I mean, who wants to ask something? All right, I honestly think this is clear, and that's why we don't have like people who wants. Okay, go ahead, admit it. Yeah.
Okay, so hi. So
Yeah,
as regards retention, right? And you said let the customer speaks for them, speak for you, right? Let them be the evangelist of the product.
correct.
So I'm just saying that how would you relate that to NPS, right?
Yeah, great. So NPS is one score. Yeah, that is one great score. Actually, yeah, please go ahead. I'll wait.
Yeah. So how would you relate that to NPS? And then if I have like enough customers speaking, evangelizing my product, would you also say I'm around PMF, product market fit, or there's still a lot of work to do around that area of customers speaking about your product, you having a good NPS score? What other things do I need to add to say? Because in my head, I'm thinking around that. If you get to that, then you're already close to NPF. So are there other things, other metrics we need to look at? Are there other things around retention that we can do to retain the existing customers, acquire more customers, to get to PMF? Or the evangelism is enough and you having a good NPS score is perfect and just good enough for you to be at NPF?
Okay. See, you have asked two questions here. One is the PMF, product market fit. PMF is basically something that comes earlier in the product lifecycle when you have created a product and you want to see whether there is a product market fit for your product. That is when you present it to people, get their feedback, see whether it satisfies. It gives a spark for them. If that is there, then that is the initial success in the PMF. But then people have to start using your product. Obviously, you are going to observe, you are going to have telemetry, you are going to have constant feedback sessions with them, and then see where they are getting stuck. So that is where the PMF is, which is more of an early stage process. And once you have the PMF, that is where people actually, the product managers, they go for the launch. Because when you see, there are two approaches. One, you launch and then try to have a PMF. That happens when you are doing a product which, after seeing some competitor, when you have some sort of a reference, then PMF is something that you can do after launch as well, or just nearing launch. But then when it is something that is very new, PMF is something you'll have to do really early, have some sort of a beta program, see if people are finding interest in it, And if it is a really new product, new startup that is doing it without any backing, without any brand awareness and all of that, that initial PMF is going to be really challenging. It has to be, you should be finding out ways, finding out channels, finding out communities where you can talk about your product, and then see if people are interested. That is, and then take further action, give them demos, see whether they are getting interested. If they are seeing some sort of a value in it, that is where the product market fit would be. Other than that, PMF would be there in established products when it comes to features. Probably we can say feature market fit. That is one aspect. Coming to NPS in terms of retention, NPS is more like an indicator, but then it is not something that aids in retention basically. So retention, see, for retention, NPS is an indicator, as I told. So it will help you to understand what percentage of your users are happy with your product, or the entire customer success teams, or all of that. But then for retention, you need to have that constant effort going into it in making customers happy at every juncture, basically. Any product, any software will have teething issues every now and then, but then they shouldn't be, how do I say, some things that abruptly stop the customer, make them irate and all of that. If more people are getting irate at the product on a regular basis, then that is something you will have to, you will immediately see in the churn in that particular month or the coming days. You will start seeing people cancel out, and people would ghost just like that. Ghost, when I say ghost, in the sense they will stop or they will reduce their usage of the product when you get to see teething issues or that stop them from achieving what they want to do. So those are two different things basically.
So, but as regards the PMF, the explanation you give at PMF, I have a bit of I agree with the NPS and market retention. Thank you for clarifying my my view. So now for the PMF, does that mean that market validation and PMF are like the same?
Similar, yes.
Okay. So they're similar. So it's more okay. Gotcha. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks
you
so
have
much.
a product, you have a market, and you are seeing whether it fits your market, which is the validation basically.
Yeah. So as a product manager, at what points do I what metrics do I look at if I want to say our product is like WhatsApp, is doing very well. We don't need to do a lot around marketing. Customers are talking about it, and every customer that buys a new phone, and the first thing is thinking about is downloading WhatsApp, even without we directly marketing to that customer, right? How do I know when my product has gotten to that stage, right? Is it as you said, the NPS is like an indication. So what are the metrics I look at or I get to record and say, oh yes, our product is here, it's at the peak? And also, what are those things I also look at to say, oh, our product is not doing very well, it's going down the drain, and we need to probably withdraw this particular feature, we need to withdraw this this product? So can you just shed more light into that?
Yeah, there is one more metric that we can actually use, that is the daily active users. So how many users are using your product on a daily basis? You can actually see any product. Because I come from the engineering background, I also know what happens in terms of development. We have logs, we have telemetry, we have all of that built into it. So all these data, the data science aspect comes into here actually. So daily active, when you say daily active users, how many people are signing in to your product today? So you see, if that keeps growing on a regular basis, then it means that it is doing well. And any particular feature also, you can see how many people are using the feature today, how many people are using the feature next week, how many people are using the feature 3 months from now, what kind of trajectory we have got till now. So that is also there.
Okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense. I think so that was all from my end for now. Thanks so much, Harry. I don't know if any other person has further questions.
No, I think that's just it. Thank you so much, Olumide. Thank you so much, Harry. I mean, I actually learned a lot from the question. Thank you for bringing that up, actually. So yeah, Harry, thank
when
you.
It comes to social media applications, when it comes to consumer applications, daily active users is one metric, which helps you to understand the kind of trajectory you're having. So
That's probably number of if it is a mobile app. I also want to carefully look at the number of uninstalls and
uninstall. Yes,
download.
correct. Downloads. So that is similar to the churn, basically. So similar to the churn, how many people are, you can do the similar math. How many people are uninstalling versus how many are downloading. So if that increases, that is increasing, then that is a trend, that is a indicator that there is something happening. There's some usually what happens is when some product is successful, when you see a great the churn rate is really less, but then suddenly you start seeing the churn rate going up, then you should probably see what kind of changes you have made to the product. Get it right? So maybe from that timeline, you have to see what kind of change you have made, whether that is causing the issue in that increased churn.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly two things, right? What feature did you just deploy, or what adjustment did you just make?
Exactly, correct. What kind of change you made, correct.
Yeah.
Or plainly, if it could be even product bugs. It need not be features. It need not be enhancements. It could be bugs that are causing this. We won't know. The way people are using our product, we won't know 100%. We have got only indicators. When we test the product, it would be fine. But the way people are using it, we won't know. So, it could be totally different. But then these are all indicators wherein help with, through which we can do the analysis.
Yeah. I mean, most of the time it's best to just identify these customers, do an interview with them, and just know why they stop using the product or stop using a particular feature at the time.
Correct.
Yeah, thank you, Harry.
And support. See, customer support is one good place wherein you can get the feedback. Customer support or forums, communities, external communities. People wouldn't be reporting in your community or support. They would be asking the question somewhere else. Reddits.
Yeah, I agree. I think I personally I also do the same thing. I remember when I was trying to integrate with Zoho chat, I was going into communities to ask that, who currently use this? How do you currently do this? And stuff like that. So yeah, that's correct. So yeah, thank you, Harry. Thank you for sharing your invaluable insights and experiences with us today. It's been an enlightening conversation, and we are truly grateful for your time and expertise. To everybody there who has been listening, I hope you find today's episode insightful and inspiring as I did. Remember that the world of product management is continuous and it evolves. And I mean, learning from experts like Harry is a fantastic opportunity to help us stay ahead of the journey, right? Like I always say, make sure to subscribe to our channels. If you look at the chat section, you see all of the channels that we have. We are not just a community, we also train product managers. If you're interested in becoming a product manager with strong people, I mean, people with experiences, to walk you through what you truly likes, and not just from the books alone, from their experiences, you should sign up and join our classes. We have for each of the stages that you are. If you're a current product manager is trying to learn something new to make you better into a mid-level role and a senior role, we have classes for all of this. Thank you. Like I will always say, up until next time, keep innovating, keep learning, and keep being passionate about the world of product management. This is me signing off, and this is me saying another big thank you to Hari. If you guys can just help me use the clapping emoji for Hari for us to thank him properly. Yeah, thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, if you have any other question, you can, join the community and drop your questions. I'm sure the organizers will be sure that this question gets to Hari and you get a feedback accordingly. Thank you for your time, Hari. Yeah, thank you everybody.
Thank you, Hari. Thank you, Muhyideen. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Right, guys.
Bye.